Hey everyone, it's Justin Olsen, Olympic champion, world champion, bobsledder. And we're here in Lake Placid, going to answer a few of y'all's questions and kind of enlighten you about the sport. The whole Olympics was kind of about achieving one thing. And standing up on the podium when we heard the national anthem play, that was when it really became a reality, because you're there to do something. And from the time that we started the race on Friday to the time that we were on the podium was 24 hours. We didn't really have much time to soak in what had happened until things kind of slowed down backstage before we went out for the medal ceremony. And once we got up there, it was to see all your friends and your family, and to look to your left and to your right and see your teammates. It all became real, and that's when I first got the chills that what we'd done is incredible. It hasn't been done so long, and it's cool to make a goal and for you to achieve it. Once we're in season, we're kind of hopping from hotel to hotel. We spend a week at each location, and a typical day for us is we'll wake up and everybody has breakfast together. And if we have training in the morning, some tracks we have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning so that we can be at the track by 6:45 and start sliding as soon as possible. Other tracks will have afternoon training, and so what we'll do is we'll wake up, eat some breakfast together, and if you have training that day, whether it's working out or sprint training, you'll go do that, and we kind of meet back up again for lunch. It's all family-style meals when we're over in Europe, and kind of in between these meals and these workouts, we'll watch film or we'll talk with our teammates about some of the stuff we're doing. You also get a little bit of personal time to, if you want to call your mom or you want to call somebody back home, you can do that. But there's a little bit of free time. You just have to kind of utilize it the right way and kind of direct your focus to your sport. And that's how we get the best results. All right, so an average day for me here in Lake Placid in the off season is I typically wake up kind of whenever I wake up. There's only one thing that I have to do during the day, and that's work out and eat, recover. So I typically wake up when I need to. Sometimes I got to fit 2 workouts in the day, so I'll be up around 9 o'clock and eat breakfast. I'll do a workout. After my first workout, I'll go have some lunch and kind of stretch out, warm up again for lifting routine, and then after that I head into the training room and do some recovery stuff, get in the cold tub and do some compression pants, and then I have dinner and go back to my room and relax and get ready for the next day. So a typical workout for me, in a little detail, would be if I want to talk about sprinting, I do more short-based stuff. I don't do anything over 80 meters. There's no use for anything like that in my mind for the sport. And also my coach, over the past couple of years, he's kind of developed a program that seems to work, so I don't question it. I'll go out and I'll probably run a couple 60s for running. 60 meters, 90% right now. I'm not in track spikes or anything. And after that, I go into the weight room. And the weight room consists of 1 Olympic lift a day, and that's kind of my key focus. So tomorrow will be deadlifts, and I'll go in there and I give 100% on deadlifts, and that's really the exercise that's going to burn me out. And I follow up with a couple auxiliary lifts. Maybe bench press is thrown in there. But now I don't need an upper body in my sport, so I just do bench press kind of just for overall health. I do some other things like single leg squats with a box, back extensions, glute ham raise. Glute ham raise is basically like doing a pull-up with your hamstrings. You're going to kind of secure your ankles and your knees locked, and you kind of just fold forward and then use your hamstrings to pull yourself back up. So that's an interesting one. That one took me a while to start liking, but it's gotten pretty good lately. A lot of people ask me if I have a job, and my response is to them that this is my job to be a bobsledder. Everything I do is for bobsledding. I don't go water skiing. I don't do anything extreme like that. The only other thing I do besides bobsledding is go play golf, and I'm almost positive I won't hurt myself because it's a pretty slow game for me. But yeah, this is it. I train and eat, sleep, everything for bobsled so we can win next season. The fans that surprise me the most are the Russian fans, because we're talking about it's not like get in the car and drive to the coast. This is 10, 12 hours of driving to come watch a bobsled race, and it seems to me that the Russians are their fans are at every single race. So that's quite a bit of time away from home, and to be on the road to get to a race. And the bobsled race isn't exactly the most appealing thing. You're standing out in the cold watching a sled come by at 85 miles an hour. So I definitely have to say the Russian fans. So in my brief bobsled career, I like every track. But being on home soil, Lake Placid is my favorite track because this is where I started. This is where I won my first big medal. And for me, coming out my first year, having some bumps, crashing, doing all that stuff, and then till a couple years later win a World Championship medal on this track, and also another World Cup medal. It means a lot to me, and this is where I live all the time. So, it's just nice. I feel like I'm at home when the competition's here, and I feel like it's super easy for me to compete because I'm comfortable and I sleep in my own bed. This has been Ask an Athlete. I'm Justin Olsen. It's time for me to get to training.